we go again. Must be Accordion Cool, because that's what the sign says. But look.
Excuse me.
A familiar face.
I'm a familiar face.
Yes, joining us today
Very
is
familiar.
Jim Avedition. Why does he look familiar? Well, he's been on the show several times. Welcome, Jim. And
Thank you.
He was actually my very first guest on Accordion Cool. How long ago, Jim?
I know now. 8 years.
8 years ago. And I've kept everybody fooled all that time.
That's right. The first time here, I was only 20 years old.
I know. And being here, as you can see, age is one, but that's all right. So that first tune was called Blue Skies, because after, you see, for you folks watching in Australia or someplace, see, we taped this show in New England, in America, and where, if you look at a map, it's way up in the corner, we got a hook on it, that's where we are. And we had just a miserable winter up here, so the weather's gotten nice. We figured Blue Skies, pretty good choice for our first song, because Blue Skies came from a show around 1926. As happens many times, the show folded, something like 39 performances. However, the song persevered and became a big hit and jazz standard, and that's why we're playing it. And Jim is picking the tunes today. So we're going to let him introduce the tunes and all that other good stuff, because these are all Jim's choices. So what's our second tune, sir?
You know, it's always nice to know this when you just get in, like that. Yes, I did pick them. I didn't realize I would interrupt, get the beginning. How's that? So he didn't tell me that. In any event, I think I can handle that. The next one, Be Georgia on My Mind. I usually defer to him for this stuff because he has an extreme volume of musical knowledge, not just of music, but of who does the songs. And the best I know, this was the music is by Hoagie Carmichael.
That's right.
And I don't know the date that it came out.
1940.
But it is, see that? See, I tell you that, right? 1940. All right, well, now that I know, any other good tidbits that you have?
Yes, Ray Charles' big hit on it, 1960. But the thing that I find ironic, and I'm sure you remember that, Hoagie Carmichael was kind of a song and dance guy. And this does not sound like a song that Hoagie Carmichael would write, but it's a great, great tune.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, take us in, sir.
All right, I will do that. We have a nice piano voice.
Okay. Georgia.
Georgia on my mind.
On my mind, or somebody's mind. I don't know.
It was on somebody's mind, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've been to Georgia several times. Nice little state, most of it.
I've never been to Georgia. The furthest south I've been is Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Nothing wrong with Myrtle Beach. Spent a lot of time there, too.
I like Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
We had a good time there.
The interesting thing about Myrtle Beach is the Apache Pier, which is the longest pier on the East Coast.
Oh, it has no pier, you might say.
No, there's no pier. No, it's the best.
That's another really kind of strange little...
Yes. Well, we're going to turn Jim loose now to do something on his own.
Turning me loose, huh?
Well, maybe I better not turn him loose. He gets out of control.
Well, I only got two things to say here. Maybe one. You never should say you got two things to say, because then if you can't think of the second one, then you look like an idiot, right?
Yeah. And I don't need any extra help doing that.
Yeah, well, anyways. So one thing is, with playing for so many years, I've really suffered for my art. So I say, now it's time for you guys out there to suffer. We'll be all set. And I know it's a solo. I don't think Coach won't be playing on this one. And I'll try to be it so low you can't even hear it. Okay, how's that? Enough of that stupid joviality.
It's kind of punny.
There you go with that. Alrighty. This song here is Graduation Day. I never know which camera to look at. In any event, the music was by Joe Sherman and Noel Sherman. Originally, it was first recorded in 1956 by the Four Freshmen. Since then, it was really meant to be a ballad type of song. It's kind of like a graduation day and, like that. But since then, it's been done as ballad, it's been done as pop, it's been done as jazz. They've done it so many, and I never realized how many songs were called Graduation Day until I looked this stuff up, right? And there's at least 20 of them. It's amazing. Anyway, I digress. So we can get started here, I suppose, huh?
Sure.
Thank you.
And of course, I think in your career, you probably saw many graduation days.
Yeah, I did. Let's see. Elementary school, junior high, high school. Then we had bachelor's degree, then we had master's degree, and then we went backwards to get an associate degree, which turned out to be a really good degree to have, as it turns out, because I was laid off from my teaching job in Worcester, and I was able to go to a startup computer company, and did well there, but decided that life wasn't for me once I became a supervisor, because you were there in the morning, you were there at night, you never saw your family, and I said, "Man, heck with that." So because of all that training that I had, I was able to go back to teaching computer classes, so it turned out okay.
So how many school graduations did you see? Not your own.
Oh, heavens. Well, I've seen, on high school, I've seen at least 22 high school graduations. And let me tell you, each one is very, very similar to the last one. And they all say stuff, and I'm sorry to say this, but, who remembers it, like afterwards?
Don't get me started.
But it's all for the kids, and that's really kind of nice. The only ones I didn't like was when we were outside. Because it was always hot, and there was always bugs and whatever.
Isn't that part of the details that have to be included here?
Yeah, you're right.
All righty, well, let's move on to our next tune, which I think is called
Pennies from Heaven.
Pennies from Heaven. I knew I would get it.
Trying to get me, well, you started to say, so I didn't realize you were going to do that.
I just had a mind cramp, brain cramp here.
Supposedly, and I say supposedly because I'm not an expert, he is, there's a John Burke and Arthur Johnston. I'm not sure of the year that it came out, but I do know it was in the major...
1936.
What's that?
1936.
1936, there we go. It was from the major picture production Pennies from Heaven, starring Bing Crosby, like that. It is a nice song.
Right, and I think Bing had the first recording of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, of course it's been recorded so many times, so many years. So.
Sure.
All right, sir, take us in. I think we'll see you.
Okay, we shall do it, yeah. I got the bellow shakes in there, huh?
Must be from Lewis.
I got the shakes, but they're not bellow shakes.
Yeah, that's about the only time I used to be ever bellow shakers if it was cold or something. All right, well, I think it's turn loose, Jim. Turn Jim, well, whatever. Jim's going to play another song. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, well, never say, with these electronic things, you have to keep switching from one thing to the other.
By the way, tell us quickly a little bit about that instrument you are playing.
Yeah, well, this instrument here is an FR8X, and what it is, it looks like an accordion, it plays like an accordion. In fact, you can change it, you can set it for any kind of accordion you want, a German, Italian, whatever it may be. So that's kind of nice. So there's a lot of different accordions built in. But accordion players for a long time wanted to be able to do all instrumental other stuff, they want maybe clarinets and, things like that. So it's a synthesizer, really. It's what it comes out to. And it's a beautiful instrument, and they're very expensive.
Yes.
I might say.
Which is why I don't have one.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm lucky I have one because my wife is very generous. So, it's one of those deals.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they are amazing instruments, no question. And you can save certain settings like I did, because I like to do the songs in piano with a string overlay. And you can overlay a couple songs. Sounds, I should say. So it's really kind of cool. And you can also get organs. So just about anything you could think of. I think there's like 200 and something different voices on these things. They do make different sizes, so even the little kids can get one. It's only got like an octave or something,
Yeah.
But even they can do that. So it's really kind of a nice thing to have.
Yeah. All right. Well, show us how it goes.
Well, I will. First of all, I'll tell you what it is. I picked this one because it's, I would say, Carol's second favorite song. I don't do the first one because every time I play that one, she'll start crying or something.
Oh, okay.
So, so I'll do this one here. And it's a Sunday Kind of Love. It was first recorded by Claude Thornhill and his orchestra, 1946. Since then, it's been recorded in many, many versions. Some of those singers could really make it like nice. I think Etta James was one. Really sultry voices and stuff, like that. But anyways, the words and music for this thing were by Barbara Bell, Louis Prima, Anita Leonard, and Stan Rhodes. And I'm not quite sure here. So after 46, it's been recorded many times. So I suppose that's enough info, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Make sure we get the right voices here. Oh, yeah, I like that.
How about Monday, Tuesday? No.
Well, you know,
Yeah, never mind.
well, I could tell you something about seasonal, but I can't do that here on TV.
All right. Well, we're getting down real close to the end of our time here, so I think what we'll do is I will first of all say thanks to Jim for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And, of course, all you folks know what I'm going to say. You know, bring the young'uns in to hear these songs because they don't hear this music. So we're going to take it home with the final tune that Jim chose today. It's about a mid-continent, I guess you would call it, city that's in 2 states.
That's right. And I always get them mixed up. I say, which Kansas City are the Chiefs playing in? I don't know.
I don't know that. Well, we have been there. Not you and I, but
You have.
I have been there, yes. So, Jim, I think we'll just take it right down to nothing with Kansas City as many times as we have to play it, because we got just a couple minutes left. So take us in.
Well, okay, if you're going to be like that, I suppose, yeah.